Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gotham Knight channel, your source for all the Dark Knight news. We want to welcome back everyone to the channel, and thank you for watching our previous videos. And continue to like and subscribe and spread the word about the Gotham Knight and becoming part of the Gotham Knight community. And you know, it's what Gothamites do, right? We support each other doing this level and talk about Batman. But in today's show, what we want to go ahead and do is get a look at the newly announced panels for the DC Fandome that's coming up on August 22nd. So I'm excited. I know you're excited. We're gonna probably be looking at doing a live event for it, for these panels as they happen. So we want to go ahead and get right into this. Talk about what may happen, what are some of the speculations, and yeah, just seeing what's about to be announced. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So right out the bat, panel for Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be held in the Hall of Heroes. Okay, so this is going to be, and these panels are not very long. They're pretty short compared to what normal convention panels are, where they lead in with about about a 45-minute to an hour panel, depending on the length of it and who is on the panel. But the Wonder Woman 1984 panel is going to be pretty interesting, and what we're going to be looking forward to here is not only Gal Gadot talking about Wonder Woman 84, but Zack Snyder was EP on this movie, so that's going to be something that definitely look out for, right, during the Wonder Woman 1984. And what I went ahead and did is I went and looked through these panels to see the main highlights, right, for you guys. The next one that we're looking at is the Warner Brothers Games Montreal announcement. Now, when this game was being worked on, a lot of speculation what was coming on. They, of course, worked on the Arkham Origins from Batman in that series. So that was the only game that wasn't produced by Rocksteady. So Warner Brothers Video Games looks like they're bringing out this announcement, and I shared it on Instagram, where it looks to be called Gotham Knights. Now the concept is totally I had no idea about this video game and that they were going to be calling it Gotham Knight, and of course I didn't. This is the Gotham Knight channel, so this is going to be very cool. So in coincidence. But the concept of the game is going to have the concept from Scott Snyder's and George Capullo's comic book run of Court of Owls, where it's called Gotham Knights, where all the other Batman family come out into to help. We're talking about Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Jason Todd probably. Then you have Damian, and you're gonna have Batgirl, Batwoman. That's what it looks to be like. That's speculation, but insider sources say that that's what's kind of happening with this video game. So very excited to see the legacy of Arkham kind of continue, but it's kind of like a not a reboot, but it's definitely continuing in that Arkham family, right? That style. So that's one panel that we're looking at. The Multiverse 101 panel. So that panel right there is they labeled it as Get Schooled in this engaging refresher course on the creation of the multiverse with DC Chief Creative Officer Publisher Jim Lee, and Warner Brothers President, DC-based film production Walter Hamada, and Berlanti Productions founder, DC TV mega producer Greg Berlanti. So this is a 30-minute panel, and I think that's something for you guys to look at, because one, you're gonna have three facets of the WB. Right, so not only with the DC comics, but the movies and then the TV side. So that's going to be very cool and interesting. And all the big news a lot of big speculation on what's going on with DC. I haven't reported about it because one, a lot of friends that work for DC were affected by this, and a lot of friends are still working with DC and very fortunate to do that. So I have a very in depth. So I want to report on that from not from a personal side, and it is very personal. Like I said, I love DC. I love these characters, and I want to give you guys my honest take on it. And I think I'm probably going to do that in the podcast. So it's a longer discussion than what we would put on YouTube, but look forward to that on our podcast. Also, introduction of Flash panel. Now, this is really why I'm excited, is because they are going to be having this one-on-one style conversation with the Flash filmmakers. Andy, I'm going to murder his name, Muschietti and Barbara Muschietti, star Ezra Miller, and screenwriter Christina Hodson will give fans a speedy rundown on the first ever Flash featured film. And the reason why, this is only a 10-minute panel. Okay, this is only a 10-minute panel. And the reason why I think this might be the biggest panel is because I think not only are they going to announce the new Flash movie, of course, why they're having it, but who's going to come out on that Flash movie. And I need you to like and subscribe so I can tell you the story of my talk with a certain celebrity that is maybe attached to this. And that's one thing that I want to go ahead and talk about right before this. So I'll probably talk about it at the live event, and we'll see if we bring in some guests for that. So I'll leave you that, guys, with that tidbit. So beyond Batman, the Batman of swinging 60s culture clashes with the Batman of the far-flung future when Batman Beyond and his mentor, old Bruce Wayne, intercept a broadcast of the 1966 Batman TV show. This is 5 minutes, so that's going to be something fun. It looks very fun. So I'm excited to that. And seeing the 66 Batman and then the Batman Beyond, that's going to be a lot of fun. Then we have the Suicide Squad panel. Now, the Suicide Squad panel is definitely one of those films that I'm really looking forward to. And the reason why is because of writer-director James Gunn. James Gunn, of course, known for the Guardians of the Galaxy fame. I mean, he wrote those, directed those. The guy is just talented, right? I talk to his brother all the time about him, and he's just, this guy is just, he's a comic book fan. He gets it. He loves this stuff. So this thing's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun, and that's the way these comic book movies should be, where they just take you on an adventure and they capture you. And I think this is gonna be fun. So it's gonna have the whole team on here on this panel. So that's gonna be something that for us to look forward to, because one, yes, it doesn't have Batman in there, but we don't know. Last Suicide Squad had a little bit of Ben Affleck's Batman in there. So let's see what this Suicide Squad does. So it's gonna be a 30-minute panel. So like I said, these are not long, but that's definitely one of the ones that are going to be definitely looking out for. Okay. So we also have, let me see what we're looking through here. We got Legacy of the Bat panel. So this is calling all Batman fans, don't miss the discussion on the wide scope of the Batman universe, including the Batman family of characters. Key talent from comics, TV, and games will provide insight in the world of the Caped Crusader. Now, they haven't announced Kevin Conroy. I haven't seen Kevin Conroy on here, so I'm very excited to see that. Another thing that throws me off on this panel was Chris Daltrey is performing. So, I'll read you what it says. It says Grammy nominee, multi-platform recording artist, and huge DC super fan and comic artist. Chris, I had no idea he was a comic artist. Okay, well now I like you, Daltrey. I had no idea, man. He delivers a solo acoustic performance of Waiting for Superman, a song inspired by Man of Steel himself. This was the lead single for his band Daughtry's 2013 album Baptized. Well, geez, now I have to go back and listen. I've been stuck in the 90s with rap and grunge and Danny Elfman and well, no, I wouldn't say that. I like Hans Zimmer's soundtrack, so I'm not totally stuck there. But wow, I had no idea. His special DC Fandom performance will also feature an exclusive full band performance of his brand new song "World on Fire." So this is 10 minutes. So I guarantee you guys, this is probably have all been pre-recorded, right? This is all pre-recorded. Okay, so one of the panels I'm very looking forward to is the Joker put on a happy face. Feature interviews with filmmakers and industry legends, discover the origins and evolution of the Joker, and learn why the Clown Prince of Crime is universally held as the greatest comic book supervillain of all time. Yes, my only gripe is, why is it only 5 minutes? Come on. 5 minutes? You're giving the Joker only 5 minutes? Come on, guys. I can barely do. I could do an intro for Joker, and that's 5 minutes. But I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that video. Then we also have the Jim Lee portfolio review. So that's pretty cool, guys. If you're an artist, and I'm one, I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest artist. I definitely perfection takes a lot of practice, and you got to put in that practice time. And through the years that I've drawn, I've sketched and I've done a lot of stuff, but I'm hopefully doing covers for my own book titles, which I'll inform you guys of that at a later date. But yeah, that's definitely something to go look forward to. So if you're drawing, definitely hit that. Definitely submit your stuff. Jim Lee's going to be looking at that and at your fan art. So that's pretty cool. Let me see here. We also have a DC surprise DC Comics panel, which is 20 minutes. Wonder what that can be with all the titles that they just cut. That's gonna be very weird. Now, speculation that not speculation. They've actually come out and said that they're gonna be working with Japanese manga, because manga sells right now. And I know this hurts to say, but American comics are hurting. Anime comics are selling. So AT&T knows this is a business, and this is the business route they want to go through. Now, if you don't love anime, it's not saying that American comics are going away and American style is going away, but anime is really cool. I love anime. I love animation, and I'm gonna enjoy that added part of animation to this. So it's not like our comics are going away. They're just adding more anime to it, right? So we'll see those titles and what comes from that. Also, the next one, of course, we're all looking forward to is Batman, the voice behind the cowl. Everyone has their favorite Batman, but for audiences around the world, their favorite Batman has a local sound. So it's time to meet the voices behind the cowl. So this is going to be pretty cool. So you're going to have guys like Diedrich Bader was on there. Where's Kevin Conroy? We got to have Kevin Conroy. He is definitely a definition of voice of Batman. So we got to have that. Adam West is voice Batman too, but he was actually Batman, in TV and film. So we know he can't be there, of course. Rest in peace, buddy. So there's gonna be some other Batman voices that have voiced Batman through the years, so that's going to be something cool that comes out here. So definitely want to see a lot of guys on there, and I think that's where Val Kilmer is going to probably come out. So Val Kilmer's a great, wonderful guy. Met him, had him at one of my shows, and he's just amazing, guys. He's really cool, and he loved Batman. He definitely did. The Snyder cut of the Justice League is the next panel after that. Now this panel is only 25 minutes. And here is what it reads. Zack Snyder fields questions from fans and a few surprise guests as he discusses his eagerly awaiting upcoming cut of the 2017 featured film and the movement that made it happen. Okay, so yes, we did it, guys. We were able to get this Snyder Cut made, able to come out, and definitely, I know Zach is definitely loving that support from everyone. The one thing I'm very curious out of this, we already know that we're gonna get a Snyder Cut. We know that there was a few reshoots. We know that Ben came back for that, right? Here's the other thing. What's all this news about, Ryan Reynolds and Green Lantern? So I want to know about that. I want to know what's happening with that, because after what Ryan did with Green Lantern and in the Deadpool movies, I would have never seen this happen. But this could be a great save to that film, and hopefully they don't make the costume cosmic or whatever they did. That was awful. That was awful for Green Lantern fans, and like I said, I'm a DC fan, and Green Lantern is definitely up there. And seeing that suit was just painful, very painful. So please give him a normal costume, and hopefully he rocks it. Hopefully he can come back, and who knows? Disney's not making any Deadpool movies right now, so AT&T can be like, hey. Let's go ahead and that was the ring of it. That's a great idea, AT&T. How about that? That little ring. Let's do a Green Lantern movie and do it the right way. How about that? Then we have the Black Adam panel. Now this Black Adam is going to be, I think it's going to be one of the biggest drops ever. The reason why is because this panel is only 15 minutes. Now you're going to have star of the first ever Black Adam feature film, Dwayne Johnson. He's going to set the stage. He's going to set the tone for the new movie with fans. He's going to do a Q&A and a few surprises. Okay, let me fill you in on these few surprises, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. Might not be true, and it might be true. So take it what you will. In this panel, and if you don't like spoilers, you might want to fast forward this for the next 2-3 minutes. In this panel, Henry Cavill is going to come out. Henry Cavill not only is going to come out, but they're also going to announce the Man of Steel 2 film. And here's the thing. Dwayne Johnson's ex-wife is the agent for Henry Cavill also, who has been they've been championing for this crossover, this team up of Henry and Dwayne being able to do this film. This has been something that has been behind the scenes and going on. So at this panel, Man of Steel 2 should be announced, and it will show the return of Henry Cavill to being in the role of not only Superman just from the Snyder Cut, but continuing on through these future DC films. And that's something that we definitely get to look forward to, something that's going to happen. And these guys, take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. But inside sources have said this is what's going down at the panel. So this might be one of the biggest panels, just like the Flash one. So don't sleep on the Flash one, because that's going to be something that that's going to definitely hit kind of really close to our fandom. Also at the 5:15 p.m. the 5:50 p.m. mark, in the Hall of Heroes, it's something to be announced. Okay, what that can be, it's following the Black Adam panel. So could it be about the Man of Steel 2 panel? So that's something that we get to see. Also, you have the Aquaman panel. The Aquaman panel is going to be something very cool. Let's see here. So as we are looking at the Aquaman panel, one interesting thing is that they haven't talked about Jason Momoa being there. So we have Aquaman director James Wan, who's doing a freaking great job. King Orm himself, Patrick Wilson. I'll take a dive into the world of Atlantis that Wan created. Now, Wan created this, and I know he comes from the world of horror, which is going to be really cool with what he's developing with the HBO series called The Depth. I think it's going to be on HBO, on HBO Max. So this is going to be a 10-minute panel, which is weird that Jason Momoa is not coming out on that. So that's one thing. Ask Harley Quinn. That's going to be also in the Hall of Heroes. That's where you'll be able to see about the DC Universe's Harley Quinn cartoon. That's really cool. That's been pretty cool about that series, and that's going to be about 10 minutes. We also got the Wonder Woman 80th celebration panel, and this is going to be really cool because you not only are you going to have the 1984 Wonder Woman 1984 director Patty Jenkins, but you're also going to have star Gal Gadot there with a very special guest, which we're all going to say is probably Linda Carter, because she was on the reel of names that was going to be attending. So that's going to be really cool to see Linda Carter and Gal Gadot together. So put that down when you're going through the DC universe and add that to your calendar. You also have Tomorrow's Superheroes with Jim Lee, brought to you by Gold House. So that's going to be one of the discussions about, I guess, what's important for to discuss about the important contributions of Asian artists and writers in comics and comic book inspired entertainment. This is going to be 15 minutes. Now, this is I'm going to suspect that this is the thing that they have been talking about, where they're going to be bringing in more animation. So that influence is right there, and you can't hide it. I mean, animation is definitely a big influence in what's selling right now in paper format, and anime is just blowing up. So then you have the Shazam panel. The Shazam panel is going to have Zachary Levi there, which, you know, they're going to have some I'm going to take some surprise guests and some surprise things popping up. So while everything's going on with the Snyder Cut, man, it would be pretty cool if Snyder cut in Shazam in there. That would be pretty cool. So I mean, I know nobody's really talking about it, but that'll be something really cool. And then you also have the Suicide Squad, the Kill the Justice League. Now, this is a game by Rocksteady. Will Arnett hosts a highly anticipated video game reveal from Rocksteady Studios, creators of the Batman Arkham franchise. This is going to be 20 minutes long. Okay. This is going to be something that is going to be really cool, because that's going to be the game that, of course, Rocksteady, amazing studio, like I said, Arkham Asylum, in the Arkham series. This is really interesting because this is not, they all wanted to do the Superman game. I think something happened to where they really couldn't do it, but this part is going to be or the reveal for this game. This is going to be really interesting because you're going to be able to play the bad guys, it looks like, and you're going to go against the Justice League, where the Justice League are going to be the bosses, right? That's so freaking cool. That is going to be followed by the Batman panel. Now, the Batman panel is going to be 30 minutes. We got Batman filmmaker Matt Reeves joins host and self-professed fangirl Ashley Tyler for a discussion of the upcoming film with a surprise or two for the fans. This is going to be 30 minutes, and I'm suspecting there's going to be a 2-minute trailer that's going to be revealed here. So looking forward to that. That's at 7:30 p.m. Then you also have the Wonder Woman 1984 panel. It's an encore. So they were talking about that this is a 24-hour event. What it looks like is it goes up until the nighttime, but then it just gives you like a refresh of everything that went on. So that's what it looks like. It just plays if you missed anything, it'll be available right there. So that's going to be really a lot of the big ones that are going to be on the big Hall of Hero panel. You also have you're going to have the Watchverse. Of course, it's going to have the main highlight of this one is going to be a legal one, the Dwayne McDuffie story. For those that don't know, Dwayne McDuffie was, man, this guy was such a powerful writer, artist. He created he was part of the movement from Milestone Comics that was back in the 90s, where it was just all black superheroes. And just a wonderful, wonderful man. If you ever got to meet him, he was so super into comics, loved comics. He was the one that created Static Shock, that is probably best known from that. But I mean, his time with Justice League, also Teen Titans. He did Ben 10 Alien Force. This guy was a really, really special man, and unfortunately, he passed away way long before his time. And his brilliance, you can tell when he was no longer involved in the DC animation. You can kind of tell the stories were missing something. They were missing the heart of Dwayne McDuffie. So this is going to be a 35-minute showing. Please, if you can, watch it. Dwayne, I love you. I miss you, and your work is still out there. So I should say your legacy is still out there. You also have the Black Lightning, Truth and Justice, and the DC Comics way. New voices of Wonder Woman. You're going to have Pennyworth on this one. DC Legends of Tomorrow. Rendezvous. I'm going through these real quick, guys, because these are not, for me, not anything that I would really keep an eye out. But if there's something for myself and like for yourself, please go out there and look at the panels. See what you love and market. And I know this is a little bit longer video than we're used to, but I want to go through here and cover these for you guys, because this will not only go on the YouTube, but this is going on the podcast. This one also has the expansion of DC's Watchmen Universe panel. This is at 2:30. I love Watchmen. Watchmen is probably my favorite comic book story of all time as a comic book fan. So you are going to get an in-depth discussion about DC's upcoming Rorschach comic. Of course, it's written by Tom King, who has had some controversy lately with Jim Lee and the whole Comicsgate thing. So that's going on. I'm wondering what the comments are going to be about. But that's going to be a discussion on Watchmen. And Rorschach, one of my favorite characters from Watchmen. I'm looking forward to that. You also have the Doom Patrol panel. You got Static Shock here, Injustice 2 show match, which is going to be something really cool. Latin X, what's your superpower? So this is something that, of course, me being Hispanic, this is something where they're going to be discussing the National Association of Latino Independent Producers. About Latino X in Hollywood playing a superhero and how they both harness the power of their voices to affect change. So this is with Diane Guerrero and one of the stars from Doom Patrol, Ben Lopez. So that's what they were talking about. This is about 15 minutes. So that's something that I'm interested in because I'm Hispanic, right? So I want to know what they're saying and what they're doing, because ultimately, my personal views is I want Batman, I want Superman, I want those characters to stay who they are. I mean, yes, they're white superheroes. They've always been white superheroes, and in the world we live in, that's the way they were created. And I know people talk about, well, let's get this different character, let's get a different other character. Yeah, well, the things is, it's been so long and it's been so set already. Who knows? Michael Jordan can come in and play the role of Bruce Wayne and totally knock it out of the park and change the view of it. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. What matters is, what are the new superheroes? What are the new superheroes that haven't been done before? Like, let's see that. Let's do that. Let's leave Batman, Superman. Those are alone. They've already established themselves. They've already had their foundation. Let's go. Why can't we do new superheroes? Just do new superheroes. And that's what I do with my comic book company, because I want to do new superheroes. I don't want to touch Superman, and I don't want to touch Batman because they're iconic. And it's just set, right? So that's my personal opinion. Everybody has their personal opinion, and I'm sure you're right, and I'm right, and everybody's right the way that we love these comics. So it is what it is, right? So that's something that I see that is they're putting into here, and they're doing some encores, of course. Lucifer and Titans are gonna have some in the kids verse. This is gonna be really cool. So if you have a small kid that definitely wants to be interactive with what's going on here, that's going to be something cool. I'm going to show my son, who his middle name is Keaton, of course, after Michael Keaton. We're gonna share some of these things, and we're gonna look at what they're showing for the kid verse when some of the bigger panels are not going on. On the Uverse, we got some portfolio reviews. We got fan art gallery. I'm so looking forward to the fan art gallery. That is something I want to see artists create some of the best DC stuff. They're gonna have DC cosplay fandom on here. You got DC virtual run. So there's gonna be to the Batmobile. Oh man, come on! That they got a segment for the Batmobile. Yes, sign me up. I want that. Funverse, they're gonna have the Batcave. They're gonna have art illustration. Official DC Fandome store. That's going to be something cool. See what new stuff they might have, some collectibles or anything about that. They have a amusement mile. Of course, we all know that as a Joker, but this is take a ride in a virtual ride on some of DC's theme park rides from around the world. All right, so we're gonna check out some cool rides from them. What else we have in here? Wonder Woman's golden armor. I don't know how you're gonna make that. They got Selfie Station, which is going to be cool. We got a rare Lego Batmobile. So that's going to be cool. And the Suicide Squad comic book cover creator. Insiderverse is designing the animated heroes from the DC panel. That's going to be cool. We got a Hot Wheels segment looking at Batmobiles and beyond. We got an Insight edition. This is where we get to look. They showed like the animation, where it's, of course, one of the greatest episodes from the Batman animation is the animated series, which is Almost Got Him. That's so freaking cool. So I'm gonna be checking out that. That's gonna be 25 minutes, but it's on demand, so you can watch that at any time. You got all artists from around the world. You have How to Break Into Comics with Amanda Connor. Amanda Connor, love her. Love you, Jimmy Palmiotti. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Hope to see you guys soon. We got How DC Comic Books Are Made. You have a segment with Penguin Random House. Another one for, looks like we're a lot of artists from around the world creating DC lands and rides from Warner Brothers in Abu Dhabi, which, man, I want to go there. I so want to go there. You have Art Germ on here. From Singapore, we'll be talking about artists from around the world. The costumes of Batman Returns, yes. Let's see, visuals from Gotham, yes. Click on that. Secret Origins of the DC Comics. I think this is something that's already been shown before, but yeah, you definitely want to watch that. Definitely want to watch Legends of the Dark Knight. And they have a bunch of spotlights. This looks like we're more of the comic book side of it and going behind the scenes in depth. So you have a lot of stuff. Gotham invented, building our Gotham. There's just a lot of stuff on this one. And definitely Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, a masterpiece. Black Lightning, Watchmen, the TV series. Batwoman. There's a lot of stuff. So there's going to be a lot for stuff. I know this video is longer than normal, but I mean, this is an event that's not like normal, right? So this is the first thing that DC has ever done anything like this, and it's all because of the pandemic. And I'm going to love it. I'm going to be here on definitely watching it, sharing these highlights, and hopefully sharing with you guys as you watch what's going on. So looking forward to that. Make your schedule, sit down, and hopefully we all get to watch this together. We'll do a live stream. So I'm your host, Apple, and I want to thank you all Gothamites for coming in and sharing. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like, we do have a Patreon going on if you would like to support the show. Okay, so all your support is always so humbling, and want to thank everybody for anything that you do. And we got some cool stuff for you guys. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and get out of here, Gothamites, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.